When President Trump won in 2016, Google executives went up on stage right away and cried, literally tears streaming down their faces over the fact that President Trump won. They vowed that it would never happen again, and they want to use all the power and all the resources that they have to control the flow of information to the public and make sure that Trump loses in 2020.
Former Google employee speaking out, accusing the search engine giant of having a political agenda and saying the company wants the president to lose the election next year. Here to discuss it, Carly Shimkus, host of Fox News Headlines 24/7 on Fox News Radio. A very strong warning coming from this former Google employee,
Yes.
Carly.
And we have to be very clear because he is making very serious allegations against Google. This is one man's opinion, and he was fired from the company. But he says that Google is doing everything in their power to make sure that President Trump doesn't win in 2020. And he says that they could do things like tweak search results or censor political ads. He also says that they can make psychological profiles on people to change their minds. So if you look up a conservative video, they could show you something that could counter that point. Now, just because they can do these things does not mean that they are. And Google has repeatedly said that they don't have a bias against conservatives. Whether you believe that or not usually depends on what side of the aisle you sit on. And Google released a statement in response. I think we have that. I want to read it right now. They say, "We enforce our workplace policies without regard to political viewpoints. Lively debate is a hallmark of Google's workplace culture. Harassment, discrimination, and the unauthorized access and theft of confidential company information is not." They are talking about why he was fired, although this former Google engineer, Kevin Cernacki, says that he wasn't fired because he stole any company information. He was fired because he's a conservative.
Because that's what the company says. He describes himself as a whistleblower.
Yes.
He maintains that he was terminated because of his outspoken conservative views. He had this message for the president heading into 2020.
Yeah.
I think President Trump needs to know that there are a lot of potential whistleblowers in these companies, and they will speak up if they know that he has their back.
Says that there is bias at every level of that organization.
Yeah, I don't know if the company is doing something as serious as building psychological profiles to literally change the outcome of the election. But it is clear that a majority of Google employees and executives do lean left. 95% of donations went to Democrats in the 2018 midterm elections. Internal documents show that Google employees discussed ways to tweak search results after the president came out with his travel ban. And then there was this leaked video of executives literally crying at a company-wide meeting after President Trump won. So all of that stuff is very concerning.
And he's not just claiming it's happening at Google, he's saying it's happening on large social media companies elsewhere, but others are better keeping it under control, were his words.
So the next question, should social media companies be regulated?
We'll see.
For another time.
Carly, thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Rick?